I'm having someone very special to Forex Bulls Academy.
You can call me Doris.
Interesting. So what do you do?
I'm trading. I do music.
What inspired you to try Forex trading?
A certain guy, I used to find him trading, but I didn't know that he was trading. Time came, I found him very happy. I tried to ask him, why are you so happy like that? And I was like, he was like, I said, if you can do, I can also do. And then I went, about videos, you know, and actually when I saw money, is this real? And about video, the cars,
the life, wow, yeah. There are any achievements you've gotten from Forex? Of
course, Ngasirimbe have a land.
You bought it from Forex?
Yes.
Wow, that is interesting. Yeah. If you're to advise anyone out there who wants to start Forex, what would you tell them?
Me, I would say,
Okay, welcome back to Forex Bulls, and as usual, your mentor Osman Lakan. And today, differently from what we've been doing, I'm having someone very special to Forex Bulls Academy. She's our mentee. She has been with us for almost like 5 months, but her story is so interesting. Any trader out there, you need to listen to this. You've been in the game for some good time, or you're just starting. This is a very, very interesting story. Anyone there, pause around this video and you watch it to the end. So I'm going to welcome her around, and she introduces herself and tell us what has been her experience ever since she joined Forex Bulls Academy. You're welcome, Miss Doris.
Thank you. Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm called Zinc. You can call me Doris or Zinc.
Interesting. So what do you do?
Right now, of course, I'm trading. I do music.
Okay, perfect. That is interesting. I'm a musician too. So first of all, let me first ask a question. What inspired you to be like, you know what, I'm a musician, but let me also try Forex trading?
Okay, maybe I can tell you how I came to know Forex. There is a studio, music studio. So I used to go there, but there was a certain guy. I used to find him trading, but I didn't know that he was trading for some good time. Yeah, but time came, I found him very happy. I tried to ask him, why are you so happy like that? And I was like, you know?
Yeah.
And then he was like, you know? I said, if you can do, I can also do. You know, because nowadays you find
perfect.
Yeah, so I tried to ask, and then he started explaining. Actually, he's called Renda Don, he's our producer. So he tried to explain, and then Nantwala TikTok, Nandaga, some of the traders already who are profitable, making money. And actually, when I saw money, I was like, hey, is this real?
Okay.
I got so interested, and I think that day I had gone for recording, but I felt like even music is nothing, you know, because I'm looking for money in music. Yeah. But I saw something you know. Yeah. So what I did, I went back home, and then I went on my TikTok. I started following everyone.
What the producer showed you?
Yes. Okay. And then I was,
who are those?
The Forex traders, Slim whatever, and then Vidola.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I was like, Wanagi. Actually, he told me, if you're interested, you can be the richest lady here in Kampala. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so I tried to ask him on phone. Ronnie, because first of all, you are a producer. Sigenda kutandika kujawo like kuteka ku pressure. Teach me, cause engage mbidabiem chidabika tebyetaga kupapira, you know? Yeah, and then he was like, you know what? For now, first join Baby Pips on Gogo.
Oh yeah, that is where everyone starts from.
Yes. Now me, when I went on Baby Pips,
You found 300 pages.
I found 300 pages.
Okay.
I found, the English.
Oh, yeah.
But then I could not understand the English.
Okay.
Very disorganized, very tricky. Like, nga teba kusomesezako chintu nga you don't have any knowledge about it.
If I can take you like 2 minutes back, how much money did he make that day that made you feel like, you know what, this is actually even better than music?
He told me, mbu, ochimanyi, mva kukuba akakadde kati from $40. I was like,
From $40 to 1 million Ugandan shillings.
Yes.
That is like $300.
Yes.
Wow.
So
okay.
I tried to ask him, si bye bino ebintu ebikubya abantu amasasi nga muferera ku internet. This is real. Blah, 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 blah. And was like, okay, bechibanga chili real. I want to see then. Nanzijira yao MetaTrader 5. He tried to show me this, but I didn't know anything. Yeah, so when I was at home, I tried to search for schools on TikTok, and then they brought to me Forex Booz.
Okay.
Yeah, so
from TikTok.
Yeah,
that
on
very
TikTok.
day, did it take you some time to think about it?
No.
Nze
nalaba sente nga tolina kyongamba.
Okay.
I went on TikTok, ne searchingamu Forex schools in Kampala, and then they brought Forex Booz.
It was the first one to come.
Yes.
Of course, we are at the top. Right there, we are at the top.
So I went into details. I tried to follow up. Then I'm inbox. I talked to someone. I think by that time I didn't know her, but she was Madam Helen.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she told me, you know what? Come for consultation. And then, where are you located? Bible House. Then I told her, okay, I'm going to come like maybe on Friday. And yeah. So of course I went there. When I found her, kyenasooka omubuuza, wano we musomeseza Forex okusinziira ku baby pips gye bampadde, will I get any Luganda teacher so that ansomesa ebintu bino mu Luganda mbitegeera? I want to understand. And she was like, yes, we have. Then she told me the fees. She told me when to start. That was October. Then she told me we are starting on November. You can do online, you can do physical.
Now, when she told you the fees, what came into your mind? Did it sound like big money, small money, according to
when she told me the fees, because she told me 150. Nengamba, no,
150 what?
No, I said,
dollars?
Yeah, dollars.
Okay.
Nengamba,
it looked like small money, big money.
It was big to me.
But then someone just told you can make $300 from $40.
Yes.
Okay.
Kati, you know, you have to accept. Mno Kampala tuina bafede banji.
Oh yeah,
you know, so ngate I didn't know anything about it.
Forex,
yeah. So that day I said, anyway, it is okay. If I'm promised that I'm going to make big money, I become the richest lady here, why not?
You take the risk.
Yeah, and then I said, it is a sacrifice now. Let me put the other money. So when I paid 150, I went back home, and then I told those guys, "No, muchimanyize nevuze speed. Nguze laptop. I've found a school."
Without knowing anything.
Yes.
But you're willing to take that step.
Yes.
Wow.
So they were like, "Ofunye somero, which school is that?" Kati gogenda gwa mubabi. And then I said, nedda. Kangende yo I see, because mbasachinzeko nga they have a lot of students kati banalaba ku banzi.
When you reached the office, did it look legit? Like, were you convinced?
When I entered the office, I found very many students there.
And then there was a class ongoing.
Yes. Okay. I tried to ask Madam Helen, am I going to study with those people? And she was like, actually, those people are in their second year.
Okay.
Yeah. So she told me that the ones you're going to study with, they are going to start November. So mina mugenda vera green.
Okay.
So you can feel at home, you know. And I was like, yeah, at least not you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I went back to that studio and I told them how I'm going to join the school, already on that studio, waliwo abantu abali interested apart from Ronnie, because Ronnie knew what to do. So nembagamba mutugenda tusome bantu mwe, we should go. And they were like,
told them about Forex Booz Academy?
Yeah, I told them that I've found a school, but I don't know, you know, how they work. So I'm just going. And then some of the boys, they said, agenda tujalabira ku.
Yeah, that is what everyone says. Okay.
I started school, the whole November. So after graduation, and then Mr. Osman said, you guys do chats.
So now you sign in for the month. It's always 1 month, right?
Yes.
So the first class, how was the experience? Remember, you've talked about baby peeps. You don't understand any word there.
The first class, I came so early. Nga njagala buli kimu kye bagamba okuva ku 1. Nga nkitegeera.
Okay.
Yes, so when the mentor entered, I didn't know that they called them mentors. Okay. So when the mentor entered, we introduced ourselves, blah, 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 and then we started. What is Forex? Ngako nkamanyi because nali nkasomye mu baby pips.
Did some research.
Yes. Okay. So he started this, you guys, you can be this, all the introductions. Buli kimu. Nengamba, ebyo byonna tuveeyo. I want the mentor atandikirewo.
How do we make money?
How do we make money? The seriousness in me started on the second day.
Okay.
Because on that very day, that is the fact nti nalinga nze njagala kumanya. I had that
how to
thing,
start making money right away.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know nti mulimu ebya chatsi. Bichi, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, so when I came back the second day, and then there was at least mentor Tansoku explaining how it flows and all that. But in all, whatever he taught, of course, smiling different strategies. Okay. Nae, me, I try to understand demand and supply. Which is at least helping me right now make money. Okay. Yeah, so he tried to teach very many strategies. Naye nga according to your knowledge, nga byonna byonna tosobola bikwata. Yeah, sure. Nga you have at least to pick one strategy and then you go with that.
That suits your personality.
Yes.
Okay, so that strategy, like, you know, a lot of people come into trading thinking like, just like the way you've been thinking, you know, I'm going to be a billionaire right away. Remember, you're totally green, but all you're thinking about is money. Now, when you got into that class, did it tell you, but you know what, Doris, first relax and understand the system? Or for you, what kept on coming into your mind was money, money, money? Do you think like,
no.
Is that what we should always focus on?
No, actually, the second day, I realized the bino sibya supidi, you know, because nze najja n'akasigiri kange njagala kuyola sente, you know. But later I found out I need that experience. I need to learn first. Kati nenterera mu line. Nenzikakkana bulungi neneeta to learn. Yeah.
What do you think are those most important things every mentor to be successful should have in their trading?
First of careers? All, they have to look for mentors.
Okay.
Yes. There is no way you will understand trading nga tolabye kuba mentor.
But you know, we have a lot of mentors. What do you think is that one red flag you can know that this mentor is a scammer? Flag.
Of course you can know. Because mbalaba nnyo ku TikTok.
Okay.
Ng'omwana ave nagamba nakola content nkubye kino nkubye kiri. But I don't know you atenga you're advertising ebintu bye like chese kakasa. That's why nze nayisobola kugwa mu ba scammers because nanonye essomero nti I found very many people nga bali wamu nga basoma ekintu kyekimu kyenjagala okola kye.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Oh, so that means that one of the certain things you look out to give you confidence in whatever you want to invest in, maybe it could be an address.
Even the persons ensooka kunoonyerezaako because nanonyereza ku Forex Bulls ndaba vidola byakolaawo nengamba bino nga byenjagala. The cars,
the life, wow, yeah.
And then when I went into details nendaba vidola nga Daniel.
Okay.
Ate Daniel mulaba kapande mu kibuga. And I was like this. No guy bichi, you know. And then I went nindaba videos nenkebera nga ali busy asomesa abantu, you know. Nengamba of course I have to come. So after getting a mentor, to me get a strategy, risk management and all that, because era mentor agenda kuyambako to understand.
Yeah. So now for me, one thing I know about trading, it evolves around your personality. Like sometimes in mentorship we teach a lot of people, but then at times that you cannot be me. That is what Doris is trying to emphasize. Like even when the mentor gives you whatever they give you, make sure you pick something that aligns with your personality, because at times I can teach you to be a day trader, but actually you cannot be a day trader. And and all you can be is a scalper.
Yeah.
Once you understand how scalping works and how the system they have given you can align with your personality, I think it is easy for you to make money.
Yeah.
I cannot force Doris to be a swing trader because she's a different personality, but I can show her how to make money according to her personality. So now after school, what happened next?
So after school, I went back home. I gave myself a week. A week, why? Because I wanted to look for money first. Capital.
For capital, okay.
Yeah, when I got my capital, first date was so challenging. I knew the strategy because I follow demand and supply rules. Okay. I knew everything. Natekayo my $100. Wana swish.
That was the first deposit.
First deposit.
So how long did it take for you to lose that money? Was it a minute, a day, a week?
Some minutes.
So what do you think was the problem?
The problem was, I think I forgot about stop loss and whatever, you know. Yeah, so they drew my account.
Okay. And how did you feel?
I felt so bad, and then I closed the laptop.
Did you delete the apps?
No. I closed my laptop, and then I went back to my friends at the studio. Nga nekaza tebategeera mbeera gye ndimu, you know. And then one of them said, Negwe, are you sick? No, I'm okay. Bitambula bitya sofa. Twakulabye awo ngo graduating nze biki bitambula bitya. Mbaga ngendo bakubako market mwe. Mugenda kunda.
But deep down inside, you know, in your bank account.
I knew.
So how did you come back?
I spent 2 days, but I felt like, so will achieve.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Why did you think that way? Was there anything telling you, okay, now you've lost money, but
first of all, I first put myself in place into singing senema in a plan B.
Okay.
And music, my another career, music si kintu nakyo ekyokupapira.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, sobola okola music naye wenjagadde. But then nfunye ekintu ekisobola okumpa lunch nti newemba nga ngenze mu restaurant nga sina sente. I can sit, I eat, I make their money.
And you make money from there.
Yes. So
those are things that you already kept on playing in your head. And you're like, I need to deposit again.
And then another thing, after knowing about Forex, naina kiri nti sagala muntu ankozesa, sagala muntu ambalira busente n'abumpa, you know.
Yeah.
And then I don't want that person to call me mbugenda ku mulimu.
Okay.
Ekitegeera.
So you are like Forex, either it works or it
Plan
works.
B.
Okay.
You know. So nga nina okwewaayo, I understand.
So after your next deposit, what happened next?
The next deposit, actually I made profits, by the way.
Wow, that is nice.
Yeah, I made my
How much did you deposit?
This time round I put 50.
Okay.
But I made good money.
You made good money.
Yes.
So from November was the learning month. And then you went into September.
No, actually November was my learning month. December was, can I call it a dead month because nali nkola losses zoka.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, should I go back to school? But then I remembered one time Mr. Osman said, nze nagenda nezungira mu bantu bona banjigiriza biki. By the end of it all, I found myself practicing charts.
Yeah.
So whenever I used to remember practicing charts,
you go to your laptop.
I go on my laptop. I try searching some good books about demand and supply. Nga neyongera okumanya. Yeah.
So far, how is the journey so far?
I'm so good.
Are you making money?
I'm okay.
Is there
I'm very fine.
is there any achievements you've gotten from Forex?
Of course. Nga Sirimbe have a land.
Oh wow. That
Salama
is interesting. Road. You bought it from Forex?
And they are making for us a road.
You bought it from Forex?
Yes.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah. And those boys, Rhonda Don and the group, they know.
They know.
And they are so proud of me.
Okay, perfect. That is interesting. So now, in only 3 months, practicing the right thing has helped you to get land.
Yes.
In Kampala.
Yeah.
Through Forex trading.
Yes.
That is really really interesting.
I know.
And now, if you're to advise anyone out there who wants to start Forex, what would you tell them?
Me, I would say you guys look for mentors, look for schools, go and study. Ebyo mwerimbalimbira ku YouTube, mbu mugenda ku YouTube, mbu mulabe abazunguzungu nga they are teaching this and this. Waliwo bye balekayo. That's why at the end of the videos they say muje in my bio.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
you guys look for mentors. You pay that small fee they always request, you know, because oli tagenda kuwa magezi ge gabwerere. Umetwagala nnyo ebyobwerere.
Oh yeah. And I normally tell people information is everywhere, but knowledge is scarce.
Yeah.
For knowledge, you're supposed to pay something because knowledge always has value.
Yes.
There's no one who's going to give you knowledge for free. If you can actually even read 10 books about making money, but then you fail to make money. But the moment you talk to that person who is really doing it, maybe they can show you the tricks of how we can actually make money. So far, can we say that you're now a consistent trader or you're still having some problems? What are the challenges that you're facing so far?
What I can say is we don't force the market to move.
Okay.
You know, so sometimes it is somehow challenging. Like from nowhere, news come up, nga you're not ready for them. Obanga waira bidokebera ku Forex Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ngenda antereza. You know why I always forget? Because I'm always a day trader, swing trader. I don't do scalping.
Okay.
So sometimes news, they don't affect me.
Okay.
Yes.
You're already in a trade far away from your entry point.
So that's why I always forget when I'm scalping, when I enter for scalping.
Okay. So you normally lose money because of scalping and then also not checking Forex Factory. Yeah, so now it is, I think we normally talk about this in class. On your checklist as a trader, the first thing you're supposed to do is to check Forex Factory because fundamentals drive the market, technicals give us the prices where to buy from or sell from. So that has been an amazing one. She's called Doris. She has been with us for only 5 months and she has achieved what people struggle for 20 years not achieving. Forex market is real. It can make your dreams come true if you land onto the right information. Remember, it doesn't matter how long it has taken Doris. If it took her 5 months, you can come and double the effort she did and it takes you 2 months. I normally hear a lot of traders saying Forex is hard. Forex is not hard. The hard part is psychology. But for you to understand the market, it's really easy because technicals are things we look at. Price is always presented in front of you. You just have to know how to read how everything works and then you make money. And now also, if you have an entrepreneur's mindset, I think if you understand Forex, it's very easy for you. You've had the story. Out of the blue, see someone making money. Next thing, that very day, I need to know how to make money. That is what they call an entrepreneur's mindset. I see an opportunity. I don't need to ask around so many people to confirm to me that, you know what, this is a thing that works. All I need to see is only one person making money from it and then I make money. It's that simple. Once you get the right information, Forex is simple. And at Forex Bulls Academy, we don't give you left and right. We give you what works. Back tested, proven. We do have data on it. We don't just give you everything. We just only give you what you need. So you're welcome, all of you. Bible House, Bombo Road. That is where the magic happens. We sign out.